Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a method called winter sowing, S-O-W-I-N-G. If you look it up on Facebook, there's a page called Winter Sowers. It's a great source of information on how to do this. So it's basically taking containers, such as milk jugs or juice containers. They've got to be clear. You basically use them for a miniature greenhouse in case you didn't have the ground space to start your perennials in the fall. So this is a good method for if you've got no space around but you still want to start your plants, your perennials. If you can't direct sow into the ground in fall, like you know how you're supposed to start perennials after the first frost, you would just basically open up a package of seeds and like lay them like somewhere, you know, in a nice spot where you want them to come up in the spring. However, I have a vole problem here. Voles are like moles, but they have like these little, they make these little, I don't even know what the heck they are, like underground passages. So I can't really do that. I don't have the option to just direct sow seeds into the ground because they get taken away by the voles and the rabbits and the birds. So I like to do the winter sowing method for that. So I'm going to show you guys how to start to prepare the jugs, and you can definitely do this in the summer. Just prep them all, and then in the winter they'll be ready to go. Okay, can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's a milk jug. Here's the drill. Just be careful, you don't want to sew your legs off, but just punch in a couple holes. And then I like to put a hole on the side, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Okay, so we take the scissors, put it in the hole, and you cut it all the way around. Try to meet back at the hole. But don't cut it all the way because you want to have a little hinge. See that? So you do this with all the milk jugs, and then you want to make sure that your potting mix is pre-moistened. I like to use the Pro Mix. This works really, really good, and it's a compressed bale, so it's got about 4 cubic feet in there. So you take the soil, and we're just going to pretend that this is moist. But you don't want to put wet, or you don't want to put dry soil in there. You want to make sure that it's wet and for your seeds. So you want to do that. Fill it up to about 3/4 of the way, and then that's when you would add your seeds. We do this in probably like the first nice day in like January or February. You can prep your seeds. They're not going to do anything, but it gives you something to do on one of those nice rare days that we have in the winter. So after that, you want to take some duct tape. Don't buy anything fancy. This is just what I had. And then you want to start at this side and then tape it shut all the way around. You're just making sure that this is sealed. So I got one more little piece. Okay, so now that that's secure, now I want to go ahead and label it. I use a China marker. I've tried Sharpies in the past, but they didn't last very long, so these last really well. So you're gonna write, you know, what you're growing in there, or maybe a number, and then like the actual plant in a journal somewhere. That's the method that I use. I use a number, and then I just use a journal to record what number was what. And then You keep the lids off. And then what I like to do is I like to keep everything organized in crates. You don't have to. You can totally just put these out on your patio. But I like to just do that so they're not all over the yard.
Are you done with the video yet?
And then, yeah, that's about it. You set them up in a sunny place and you just make sure that they're watered. You don't want them to dry out, but you know, on the nice sunny days, you gotta give them a little refresher. And then you should see everything start to germinate in about March or April. And that's it.